We're seeing a couple areas of rain coming in from both sides. I want to track that. The severe weather from the U.S. is now on the move, and it will clip us by in the Caribbean. Plus, two new earthquakes. I want to cover that in just a moment. There was a new earthquake yesterday morning and another one deeper into the day. We'll cover that in just a second. But here's that weather moving through the east coast of the United States, Atlantic region to Canada. Severe weather threat southeast of the U.S. That comes in from this side, and then we're seeing some rain on this side that will be sweeping into parts of the Caribbean. So kind of that active pattern as we go throughout the week ahead. You see some of the areas of rain that are around already from overnight and early this morning. Guatemala, even Belize, we've had some scattered showers overnight, watching parts of Colombia, and there's that moisture feed as we work our way into southeastern Caribbean. Some of the extra clouds with us, and we've had some scattered showers overnight, parts of Venezuela, Trinidad and Tobago as expected. We'll see how far north some of this rain lifts through Grenada, St. Vincent the Grenadines, St. Lucia, and on the edge of Barbados. So let me start there first, then we'll get into some of that earthquake activity. There are some of the scattered showers for today, so it's not a washout. Some of us stay dry, some of us get some rain, but you see some of that moisture, some of that rain lifting to the north for tomorrow. Martinique, St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent the Grenadines, a better chance of rain tomorrow. Still some scattered showers, Grenada and Trinidad and Tobago, and then lifting to the north further as we work our way into Wednesday. You see here some of that rain stretching farther up toward Dominica as we work our way deeper into the day on Wednesday. Scattered showers still a possibility. Now, as far as rain totals go, they're going to be all over the place. You see some blues popping up, which wouldn't be a whole lot, less than an inch of rain, less than 25 millimeters of rain. But you see a few of these whites and kind of hotter colors of purples showing up in pinks. That could be anywhere from about 50 millimeters of rain to about 100 millimeters of rain, 2 to about 4 inches of rain. It just kind of depends on where it sets up. So some of us, not a lot, maybe miss out on some of the rain. Others, we could get up to about 75 to 100 millimeters of some rain scattered in the southeastern Caribbean. So this side, we're seeing some rain, and then we're watching over toward even to the north, some spotty showers, but then we're watching over here on this side. Here comes that front that will sweep in to parts of Florida and the Bahamas, and look at that moisture building. Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, watching near Merida, Campeche, Guatemala, and Belize over toward Honduras and El Salvador. Scattered showers to widespread rain as we work our way into later today and tomorrow. There's some of that rain lifting to the north there, St. Lucia and Barbados, and even Dominica as we work our way into our Tuesday afternoon. And here comes that front moving by. Northern Bahamas, a better chance of rain over toward parts of South Florida, and then clipping by western Cuba right there. This here is by Wednesday. On Wednesday, a few areas of rain to watch. Watching out for these scattered showers that'll get closer to Guadalupe and Dominica. Still some of that rain near Honduras, and we may get some spotty showers, Cayman Islands and Jamaica, as this front kind of dies out. You see deeper into the week. This is by Thursday. Hit or miss scattered showers and storms. Eastern Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. An increased rain again near Costa Rica, Panama, and Colombia, and then spotty as we work our way into the Eastern Caribbean. Looking at some of the rain totals on the other side as we work our way into Central America, Campeche, over toward Cozumel, we may see some spots around an inch of rain or 25 millimeters of rain. Looks to be a little bit more Guatemala over toward Honduras and parts of Belize. Much like over toward Trinidad, for example. Some spots not a lot, others could get dumped on. Watching this white shading here, we could get a few spots in Honduras over the next 3 days of a 3-day rain total of 100 millimeters of rain or 4 inches of rain, giving you the heads up if this pans out. And again, this is just a computer model, but with that front pressing in, it is going to draw in some extra moisture. If this pans out, we're going to watch out for some isolated areas of flooding in Honduras, so giving you that early heads up, especially northern side, closer to the water. As far as the winds go, still coming in out of the east, but look at this change in wind direction right here. Here's the Bay of Campeche, winds coming down out of the north. That is that front that's moving in. So we see the change in wind directions right through here. That's telling me we have that front. Some of those winds are going to be gusty Pacific side here, and then over toward the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. Watching out for some strong winds and a few pockets of some stronger winds at times, with some gusts upwards of about 50 kilometers an hour or more, 30 to 40 miles per hour, and watch out for some stronger winds as well as we work our way toward the Pacific side of Mexico. And then you see here, this is by Wednesday, those winds shooting down out of the north, right across Florida, the Bahamas, Cuba, just a slight cool down, a brief cool down around in these locations with that northerly flow. Elsewhere, much of the eastern and central Caribbean still dealing with that easterly flow, I should say northerly flow coming in to parts of the western Caribbean. Those seas are going to be elevated. Bay of Campeche, I talked about that. And then the Atlantic waters building as that front moves offshore. Look near Bermuda. Some of the seas around 5 meters, pushing 20 feet in some spots, giving you the heads up on that. Watching those Atlantic waters this here is Wednesday into Thursday over toward the Bahamas, and those Atlantic passageways will stay elevated coming out of the eastern Caribbean. So a severe weather threat right in here today, southeastern sections of the United States. Here's that front, here's Bermuda here, and then on the north side of this, we'll see some snow and rain kind of clipping by us as we work our way into the Atlantic region of Canada. This here is by tomorrow afternoon. Backside of it, just getting some of the snow showers around with that colder air. And then you can see the rain building Tuesday into Wednesday. Wednesday in particular, as we work our way into Bermuda, there's some of the rain South Florida and northern Bahamas on Tuesday. But look at Wednesday, that rain building as we work our way into Bermuda. Front kind of clearing by the Atlantic region of Canada. And then we'll keep an eye on that next system that will be building back toward parts of the United States. But a few more areas of rain right in through here as we work our way into Wednesday. Now, getting a look at the earthquake activity. This one happened yesterday morning, very early on. I showed you this in yesterday's video, 4.9 in magnitude. So again, below 5, so for the most part, we were okay, but a lot of us did feel this. Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador. And then not too far after that, there was a new earthquake deeper into the day yesterday, right near the Cayman Islands, 4.1 in magnitude. It was a shallow earthquake, not deep down. Typically, the shallow earthquakes, you feel them more. They're closer to the surface, 10 kilometers or 6 miles down. However, with that said, it was about 4.1 in magnitude, so not super strong, and you're going about your day. So a lot of us may not have felt this, but if you felt a little rumbling later in the day yesterday, Cayman Islands and Jamaica, there was an earthquake. So again, watching that. It wasn't super strong, but keeping an eye on that earthquake activity. So we've had a couple new quakes around. Now getting back to some of the rain totals, very close to some higher totals in Freeport for the most part. Most of it will stay just to the north, but northern Bahamas will have a chance of some scattered showers as this front starts to push in later today, but more so tomorrow and Wednesday of getting a chance of rain. As we work our way into Jamaica, for example, some spots dry, others we may get a shower storm, but by Thursday and Friday of the week, we're going to have a better chance of scattered thunderstorms. Same thing, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. See a lot of blues on the map, so if we get some rain, rain totals won't be too high. Anguilla, Antigua, Barbuda, same thing. St. Kitts and Nevis will get a few passing showers, but you can see Dominica South. This is where we'll get some spots that will get over 75 millimeters of rain or 3 inches of rain, and I'll monitor island by island if we do have any flooding issues out of some of this rain that's driving in from Suriname, Guyana, and eastern Venezuela as some of this rain continues to lift to the north. There's that spotty rain that could give us some areas of flooding in Honduras that I am concerned about, and keeping an eye on some flooding as well. Guatemala and El Salvador over the next few days, just the rain totals stacking up. We'll have some spots approaching 100 millimeters of rain or 4 inches of rain. And then look at Colombia. Northern Colombia, not a lot, but as we get deeper into Colombia, that rain chance will be higher with a possibility of flooding, over 100 millimeters of rain or 4 inches of rain possible. Mexico City back through much of Texas on the dry side. So 40% chance of a shower storm the next couple of days for us in Jamaica, but on Wednesday, we're up to about a 50% chance of scattered showers and storms. And with that front passing by Cayman Islands, we're going to have about a 40 to 50% chance of a few scattered showers and thunderstorms tomorrow and Wednesday. See that higher chance of rain today. Trinidad and Tobago, it's not a 100% chance of rain, so not all of us are going to see the rain, just that elevated chance. And then that rain will lift to the north. So Barbados tomorrow, we're looking at a 50% chance of scattered rain. St. Lucia tomorrow, 50% chance, and a 40% chance on Wednesday. You see tomorrow in Grenada, with some of that rain lifting by, about a 50 to 60% chance of some of that moisture around, and a 60% chance again around tomorrow. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Martinique, 40% chance tomorrow, 50% chance on Wednesday. And you see it bumping up a little bit in Dominica by Wednesday. More of that rain stays just to the south, but midweek we'll have a shot of that. Guadeloupe, some isolated showers in the next few days, and we're mainly dry. Antigua and Barbuda, rain chance staying low. St. Kitts and Nevis and Montserrat, not to say we won't get a couple passing showers. Anguilla and St. Bart's, rain chance on the low side. St. Martin, St. Eustatia, rain chance staying low. 30 to 40% chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms thunderstorms in Puerto Rico, 20 to 30% chance U.S. and British Virgin Islands, but the Bahamas, northern Bahamas, a better chance of rain Tuesday into Wednesday, while we swing to the southern Bahamas and then into the Turks and Caicos. We're mainly dry. Isolated shower or storm, the Dominican Republic, mainly dry across Haiti as we go over the next 3 days. Rain chance, though, bumps up tomorrow in Belize. We're at a 60% chance. I'll monitor any areas of flooding that will be possible. 20 to 30% chance of a passing shower, Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire. And there's that rain chance. Goes down some in Guyana, back down to a 50% chance tomorrow. It's starting to go down some as we work our way into Suriname. It has been so active. This front clipping by us in Cuba tomorrow. Watching out for some scattered showers and storms. Costa Rica and Panama, rain chance ranging from about 40 to 60% over the next 3 days. Nicaragua, a 40% chance. But again, tomorrow and even into Wednesday, monitoring that flood potential that I was highlighting as we work our way into Honduras, and same thing, Guatemala and El Salvador with that higher chance of rain. Today, while Mexico City, we are on the dry side. Rain chance about 60%. Scattered showers, Cozumel, Cancun, Merida, Campeche, 30% chance northern Colombia, but you get away from the water, as I showed you, a much higher chance of rain with that flooding. Northern Venezuela, 40 to 50% chance, and on Wednesday, we'll see that rain working in to Bermuda. So a strong front will be dropping in, coming in. That will give us a brief cool down in some spots. I showed you that with the winds. The rain and storms are going to pick up for some of us watching the Southeastern Caribbean, monitoring some of that flood potential and monitoring that earthquake activity. Again, 2 recent quakes. I'll be watching that for you. Thank you for subscribing. Have a great start to the week.